Welcome to the Ramayan, Stories of Dharm and Devotion. I'm Sandeep, and in this podcast, we will take a reflective journey through Bala Kanda, the first chapter of Valmiki's Ramayan. This episode will bring together the key moments from Bala Kanda and explore the profound lessons they offer for our lives. Bala Kanda introduces us to the divine beginnings of Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughan, the beloved sons of King Dashrath of Ayodhya. These four brothers were born as a result of the sacred Putra Kameshti Yagna performed by King Dashrath with the blessings of Rishishringa. This event fulfilled King Dashrath's deep longing for an heir, setting the stage for a journey filled with righteousness, courage, and divine purpose. Throughout Bala Kanda, we witness many significant events that shape Ram and his brothers as they grow into men of dharm and devotion. From a young age, they were guided by their royal guru, Sage Vishwamitr, whose wisdom and teachings prepared them for their future roles. Vishwamitr was not just a teacher, but a source of guidance and strength, emphasizing the importance of righteous conduct, humility, and devotion to dharm.
A turning point in Bala Kanda occurs when Sage Vishwamitra arrives at King Dashrath's court, requesting Ram's assistance in protecting his sacred yagan from demons. King Dashrath, initially reluctant, is persuaded by Sage Vishwamitr to let Ram and Lakshman accompany Vishwamitra. This marks the beginning of Ram's journey beyond the palace into the world, where he will face his first trials and fulfill his dharm as a protector. Under the guidance of Sage Vishwamitra, Ram and Lakshman encounter their first challenge, the demoness Tataka, who had been terrorizing the forest and disrupting the sage's yagnas. In this battle, Ram demonstrates not only his strength but also his compassion. Though initially hesitant to kill a woman, Vishwamitra reminds him that upholding dharm sometimes requires difficult choices. Ram confronts Tataka and defeats her, restoring peace to the forest and allowing the sages to continue their sacred rituals. The trials continue as Ram and Lakshman face the demon Subahu and Maricha, Tataka's sons, who attempt to disrupt Vishwamitra's yagan. Ram defeats them, with Maricha being hurled far into the ocean, sparing his life but removing him as a threat. These encounters are significant as they mark the beginning of Ram's role as a protector of righteousness, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to dharm. Another profound moment in Bala Kanda is the redemption of Ahalya, a woman cursed to live as a stone due to the deceit of Indra and the anger of her husband, Sage Gautam. Vishwamitra leads Ram to Ahalya's ashram, where he narrates her tragic story. Ahalya had been turned to stone, invisible to the world, as a consequence of her actions, but she had awaited redemption through Ram's divine touch. When Ram steps into the ashram, he touches the stone, and Ahalya is freed from her curse. This moment is a powerful symbol of compassion and forgiveness. It teaches us that true dharm is not only about following rules, but also about showing mercy and understanding. Ahalya's redemption is a reminder that even those who have erred can find salvation through genuine repentance and divine grace. The journey then leads Ram, Lakshman, and Vishwamitra to the grand city of Mithila, ruled by the wise King Janak. Mithila is a city known for its prosperity, culture, and devotion, nurtured under the just rule of King Janak. We learn about Janak's extraordinary character, how he lived a simple life despite being a king, working alongside his people, and demonstrating that true leadership requires humility and service. Janak's discovery of Sita, his adopted daughter, is another key story of Bala Kanda. Sita was found while Janak was ploughing a field, a divine gift born from the earth itself. This miraculous event convinced Janak that Sita was destined for greatness. He raised her with love and ensured that she was well versed in dharm, preparing her for the role she was destined to play. The climax of Bala Kanda is the grand Swayamvar of Sita, where King Janak issues an extraordinary challenge: whoever can lift and string the divine bow of Lord Shiv will win Sita's hand in marriage. This bow, known as Pinaka, was created by the celestial architect Vishwakarma, along with another bow, Sharanga, for Lord Vishnu. Both bows were crafted from the same celestial material to settle a debate over the supremacy of the two gods. The Swayamvar is a momentous occasion, with princes and warriors from across the land gathered to try their strength. However, one by one, they fail to even budge the bow. When Vishwamitra commands Ram to step forward, he approaches the bow with humility and devotion. To everyone's amazement, Ram lifts the bow effortlessly and strings it, but the bow snaps with a thunderous sound echoing across Mithila. This event signifies that Ram is no ordinary mortal. He's the one chosen by destiny, the one worthy of marrying Sita. It is a divine moment, one that brings together Ram and Sita, uniting two souls destined to uphold Dharm together. The snapping of Shiv's bow draws the attention of Parshuram, the fierce warrior sage and an incarnation of Vishnu. Parshuram arrives in Mithila, furious at the breaking of the bow, and demands to know who was responsible. Lakshman, always protective of his brother, engages in a brief exchange with Parshuram, pointing out that as a sage, Parshuram should not be angry over a bow being broken. Parshuram, however, is adamant and challenges Ram to string the other divine bow, the bow of Vishnu, Sharanga. This bow had been passed down to Parshuram after his father's assassination, and he carried it as a symbol of his power. Parshuram's challenge is a test, as he wants to witness Ram's valor firsthand. Ram accepts the challenge, and as he strings Sharanga with ease, Parshuram realizes that Ram is no ordinary prince, he is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu himself. Parshuram's anger dissipates, and he is filled with reverence. He bows before Ram, acknowledging his divine nature, and presents him with the bow of Sharanga. Parshuram then departs to continue his penance, his heart now at peace, knowing that Ram will fulfill the divine purpose. With the challenge complete, the festivities in Mithila resumed. The union of Ram and Sita was celebrated with grandeur and joy, marking the beginning of a divine partnership. But the celebrations did not end there. Lakshman was married to Sita's sister Urmila, while Bharat and Shatrughan married Manvi and Shrutkirti, the daughters of Janak's brother Kushadhwaj. This united the two royal families of Ayodhya and Mithila, creating a bond that would be significant in the trials to come. King Dashrath, upon receiving news of the Swayamvar, was overjoyed. He travelled to Mithila with his entourage to bless his sons and witness the marriages. The sight of his sons and their brides filled his heart with pride and joy. The bonds between the two royal families grew stronger, and there was a sense of unity, love, and divine grace that filled the air. After the grand celebrations, it was time for the newlyweds to return to Ayodhya. King Dashrath, along with Ram, Sita, Lakshman, Urmila, Bharat, Manvi, Shatrughan, and Shrutkirti, began their journey back to Ayodhya. The people of Mithila bid them farewell with hearts filled with blessings and joy for their beloved princesses and their new family. The journey back to Ayodhya was filled with happiness, music, and the warmth of the people who came out to greet the royal procession. Upon reaching Ayodhya, the entire city erupted in celebration. The people welcomed their princes and princesses with open arms, decorating the streets with flowers and lights. It was a time of great joy, marking the beginning of a new chapter in the lives of Ram, Sita, and their family. Bala Kanda teaches us the importance of dharma, humility, and devotion. It shows us that true strength lies not just in physical power, but in compassion and righteousness. Ram's journey, from protecting the sages to redeeming Ahalya, from lifting the divine bow to marrying Sita, reflects his unwavering commitment to Dharm and his role as the upholder of righteousness. We also learn about the importance of divine grace and the role of destiny. The encounters with sages like Vishwamitra, Vashisht, and Parshuram illustrate the power of guidance, wisdom, and the divine will in shaping one's path. As we conclude Bala Kanda, we see that the foundation has been laid for the future journey. Ram, Sita, and their family are united, but the challenges that await them will test their strength, love, and devotion to Dharm in ways they cannot yet foresee.
In our next episode, we will begin Ayodhya Kanda, the second chapter of the Ramayana. We will explore the events that will eventually lead to Ram's exile and the trials that lie ahead for him, Sita, and Lakshman. Join us as we continue this timeless journey filled with love, sacrifice, and profound lessons. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please share it with friends and family to spread the glorious teachings of the Ramayana. While we may not know every detail of what happened, the eternal story of the Ramayana serves as a guide for how we conduct ourselves. We have tried to remain true to the ancient texts of Valmiki's Ramayan. Until next time, may the light of Dharm guide your path.